Right now, it's impossible to ignore the gut-wrenching truth choking the world of fair trade. Founders, investors, leaders, there's a raging storm beneath the promises of fairness and justice. You're slammed every day with empty assurances that goods are sourced ethically, that workers get their fair share, that your impact matters. But deep down, frustration crushes you. Is this just smoke and mirrors? Are those fair trade supply chains real, or just manipulated stories? The truth is brutal and raw. The system is broken, rigged by opacity, mistrust, and middlemen sucking value dry before it ever reaches the hands it claims to help. You see artisanal farmers working endless hours, fair prices evaporating as the product passes through tangled, corrupt routes. You know the impact charities, enterprises, and your own investments are supposed to make. Yet every time, the numbers hospitalize hope. You're furious. This pain flashes in your mind every time you scroll through your portfolio, every meeting where you push for transparency, every contract signed in good faith feeling more like a shot in the dark. You want to scream because the walls of this system are thick, impenetrable, and designed to keep power where it already is, far from those that need it the most. The rage you feel isn't just anger, it's the weight of invisible exploitation, ghosts of broken promises whispering from the shadows of every transaction. You are not alone in this. But here's the secret. The chains of unfairness didn't fall from the sky. They were built, and they can be torn down. This is where blockchain steps in, not as a buzzword or a trend, but as a radical weapon in the fight to crush these old systems. Imagine a world where every single transaction is etched in digital stone, unbreakable and visible to all. A ledger so transparent that no one can hide a shady deal or a crooked middleman siphoning profits while pretending to champion fairness. Your fair trade initiatives no longer rely on trust alone. Trust becomes verifiable, undeniable proof. Every farmer, every step of the supply chain shows their contribution with clarity no one can deny. This is not imagination. It is happening, quietly but fiercely, rewriting the playbook. Listen closely. If fairness is your battle cry, here's what must be done now, obsessively and relentlessly. First, demand blockchain integration at every level you influence. Push for decentralized identity solutions for producers. Farmers and artisans become their own authority with digital IDs they control. Their voices can no longer be erased or ignored, and their products carry immutable proof of origin and fairness on every label. This breaks the old cycle of intermediaries controlling information and hoarding value. If that sounds technical, make it your obsession to understand how these frameworks eliminate opacity. Educate your teams, your partners. Ignorance here is complicity. Next, wield smart contracts like precision weapons. Stop relying on manual agreements that prey open to manipulation and delays. Smart contracts automatically release payments only when verifiable conditions are fulfilled. Goods delivered, quality checked, fair wages confirmed. No more waiting months for money that was promised. No more off-the-books deals. Smart contracts enforce fairness automatically and at scale. No emotions needed, just cold, hard justice programmed into code. Advocate for startups pioneering these contracts within social enterprise marketplaces. Your investments must flow into enterprises that embrace these digital shields, transforming promises into enforceable facts. And this is the kicker. Leverage community governance on blockchain platforms. Don't accept top-down decisions that protect vested interests. Build or back platforms where producers, buyers, investors, and advocates hold machines accountable with real-time voting and influence. When community oversight becomes unstoppable, corruption crumbles, replaced by dynamic, living accountability. If you're tired of watching boards make decisions behind closed doors, this is how to flip the entire system inside out. This is where true power emerges, a collective with no tolerance for lies. But here's the emotional core. This fight isn't just about efficiency or tech innovation. It's about human liberation, about breaking the chains that bind millions to poverty through deceit and broken promises. It's about finally creating a system where dignity, respect, and fairness aren't abstract ideals, but daily realities etched in every transaction. Every signature on the blockchain becomes a tiny revolution against centuries of exploitation. And it's you, leaders, founders, investors, who hold the match that lights this fire. The future doesn't honor waiting or reluctance. It's a war for the truth, for fairness that can't be erased or bought. It demands brutal focus, courage to tear apart old alliances, and relentless obsession with the technology that makes fairness non-negotiable. If there's one thing you do after this, it's this: align your capital, your partnerships, and your strategy only with those building blockchain fair trade systems that expose and empower. Stop pouring money into opaque chains with no accountability. Only fuel what you can measure and verify. Only build what can't be broken. This is a call to transcend the false comforts of the old ways and forge a new blueprint for fairness powered by unstoppable digital truth. Be unapologetically bold. Push for open source blockchain solutions that allow communities worldwide to govern themselves fairly. Back protocols that protect privacy yet guarantee transparency. Demand interfaces so simple, even the smallest farmer in the poorest village can prove their worth in the global marketplace and finally claim what they're owed. If this sounds risky or revolutionary, that's because it is. The old world prefers shadows. This movement runs toward light. If you want to remain comfortable, keep playing by broken rules. But if you feel that burning urge inside, the insatiable need to see fairness not as a slogan, but as lived reality, then you've found your battlefield, your mission. Step 1. Identify your current fair trade investments and rigorously audit their transparency. If blockchain systems aren't integrated, push or pull funding until they are. Demand proof, not promises. Step 2. Partner with technical experts who understand decentralized finance and smart contracts. Build pilot projects that demonstrate how these tools lift communities and expose corruption in real time. Step 3. Mobilize your network. Founders, investors, professionals with unrelenting conviction that social enterprise must evolve or die. Create forums for continuous exchange on blockchain's role and power, making skepticism a thing of the past. Step 4. Drive innovation funding explicitly toward projects that embed democratic governance on blockchain. Make sure beneficiary communities have real voting power, not empty participation. This is no longer a luxury or theoretical ideal. It's a fight for dignity, equity, and liberation in trade itself. There's no room for hesitation or half measures. It's time to embrace the digital revolution as a force that will shatter exploitation, amplify fairness, and bring the people finally into their rightful power. Don't just think about the change, demand it. Use your voice, your capital, your influence like a laser, piercing the shadows of outdated fairness myths. This is your moment to ignite a social enterprise revolution, unlike anything the world has ever seen. Blockchain is the match, but you are the wildfire. The old system falls only when enough of the few refuse the lies and build the future with cold, undeniable truth. This future is yours to shape, ferociously, unapologetically, relentlessly. The question is no longer if blockchain can revolutionize fair trade. It's whether you are prepared to make that revolution unstoppable. The choice is yours. The time is now.